Hello, Warriors fans. Tonight, we dive deep into what has been an exhilarating stretch for the Golden State Warriors, a team that has continuously demonstrated resilience, tenacity, and the sheer will to overcome challenges on the court. Watching their recent games, it becomes abundantly clear how much this team thrives on unity and shared ambition. The recent matchups against the Spurs, for instance, perfectly illustrate the Warriors' capacity to fight relentlessly from start to finish. Every possession seemed like a battle. Every defensive stand a testament to their preparation and focus. Steph Curry, leading by example, orchestrated a remarkable comeback that evening, proving yet again why he is the heart of this squad. The Spurs, armed with their undeniable size advantage thanks to Wembanyama, seemed poised to dominate, but the Warriors refused to buckle under pressure. They absorbed every push, every challenge, and responded in kind, punch for punch, possession for possession. What stood out most was not just the victory, but the manner in which it was achieved. Through discipline, cohesion, and a shared commitment to the team's objectives. It is evident that recent discussions led by players such as Draymond Green and others about removing hidden agendas and focusing entirely on team play have resonated deeply with the roster. These messages are no longer abstract. They are clearly visible in how the team executes, particularly in high-stakes moments. Beating one of the top teams in the league in consecutive games is no small feat, and it reflects both strategic execution and mental toughness. Still, the Spurs game also exposed areas that require attention. One example is the matchups against elite big men, most notably Wembanyama. The lob that led to Draymond Green's foul highlighted a persistent challenge. When facing opponents with extraordinary size and skill, the Warriors' current interior defenders struggle to contain them effectively. This is not merely a tactical problem, but a structural one. Regardless of Draymond's toughness or physicality, size cannot be countered with tenacity alone. The team must address this gap by finding a player capable of challenging dominant big men without conceding easy fouls. Relying on the current rotation, whether Draymond, Al Horford, or emerging forwards like Kuminga, places undue pressure on players in matchups they are not physically equipped to handle consistently. Without a solution, any 7-game series against top-tier teams with dominant big men could be compromised. While the Thunder offer an exciting challenge, it is the Spurs, with their combination of talent, size, and experience, that present a more significant threat. They possess a roster that is well-rounded, resilient, and capable of grinding out victories even in adverse situations. It is this level of consistency and toughness that forces the Warriors to consider roster adjustments to remain competitive in the long run. Looking closer at individual performances, Wembanyama's impact is undeniable, and the statistics from recent contests illustrate this clearly. Against Golden State, he logged 26 points and 12 rebounds, playing 38 minutes. And while his assist numbers were lower than in previous games, his presence alone shaped the outcome. Meanwhile, the Warriors relied heavily on Steph Curry, who played 36 minutes, and he continues to showcase the skill set that earned him a reputation as one of the most formidable two-way players in the league. The emergence of other key players, such as Steph Castle, adds depth and versatility to the team. Castle, known for his off-ball scoring and defensive capabilities, provides the Warriors with an additional scoring threat while maintaining a solid presence on both ends of the floor. As matchups intensify, particularly against squads like the Spurs or Oklahoma City, the Warriors will need this level of depth to sustain success through extended series. It is clear that while individual talent shines, basketball remains a team game, and the Warriors' ability to coordinate effectively is as crucial as their scoring ability. Transitioning to the New Orleans game, Golden State demonstrated total control, establishing dominance from the opening tip. The first quarter alone, which produced a 44-point output, highlighted the Warriors' capacity to dictate tempo and rhythm. Unlike the close contests against the Spurs, this matchup showcased how, when firing on all cylinders, the team can impose its will and manage the game without relying solely on their star players. Moses Moody emerged as a standout, asserting himself as a pivotal contributor within the starting lineup. Alongside core figures like Steph Curry, Will Richardson, Draymond Green, and Jimmy Butler, Moody proved he could shoulder responsibility when the traditional stars are contained or underperforming. Such performances are critical as the season progresses because they alleviate pressure from Curry and other veterans, allowing the team to sustain energy and effectiveness across longer stretches of play. It is particularly impressive that Golden State can diversify scoring and maintain momentum even when the expected big names are not producing at their usual levels. Buddy Hield's 11 points, Jordan Poole's 19, and Moses Moody's 32 were crucial in establishing control, illustrating that a collective approach can overcome challenges and create opportunities for less heralded players to rise to the occasion. Yet, despite these impressive displays, structural concerns remain, particularly in the frontcourt. Quentin Post's limited minutes against Wembanyama expose a vulnerability. The team lacks consistent size to challenge dominant big men over sustained periods. Al Horford can provide floor spacing and experience, but his playing time is restricted, and relying on Draymond or other forwards in the middle is not sustainable long-term. As the season moves forward and the intensity of matchups increases, Golden State must identify solutions to ensure that their big men can withstand the physicality and skill of opponents, particularly in playoff settings. Without adjustments, controlling the paint and interior defense may continue to be an uphill battle, even when the team excels in other areas. The strategy of balancing veteran presence with developing talent will be critical to maintaining competitiveness across the regular season and into the postseason. With games against Orlando, Miami, and other challenging opponents looming, the Warriors' ability to adapt will be tested, particularly in matchups where size and physicality dominate. Addressing these gaps proactively will determine whether the team can sustain success beyond isolated victories and toward championship contention. Furthermore, it is essential to recognize that these wins, while valuable for morale, can exact a physical and mental toll. Games that are tightly contested, even when resulting in victories, require energy-intensive efforts that accumulate over the season. Draymond's early season comments about playing each game as if it were a playoff battle underscore this point. Constant high-stress scenarios can wear down even the most conditioned athletes. Therefore, Golden State must find a balance between achieving immediate success and ensuring longevity. Relying on grinded-out victories without addressing structural weaknesses can lead to cumulative fatigue, diminishing performance in critical moments later in the season. Ensuring that the team has a fully capable frontcourt, balanced rotations, and reliable scoring options beyond the marquee players will be essential to mitigating these risks. Moses Moody and Will Richardson exemplify the kind of players who can stabilize performance and maintain competitive consistency, proving that the Warriors are not a one-dimensional team and possess the adaptability to thrive in varied game situations. Continuing with the Warriors' journey, the focus on the frontcourt becomes even more pressing as the season progresses. Quentin Post's limited minutes against formidable opponents highlight the necessity of depth and size in the paint. Against elite big men, relying on Draymond Green, who at 6'6" is undersized for a center, simply will not suffice over a long series. This is particularly true against teams like Orlando, Miami, or the Spurs, where repeated matchups with multiple 7-footers or highly skilled bigs can exhaust even the most seasoned veterans. The Warriors' approach to rotations must adapt, ensuring that younger players such as Post receive meaningful minutes not only to develop, but to shoulder responsibilities in critical moments. Experience gained early in the season can pay dividends in high-pressure playoff scenarios, where mistakes are magnified and every possession counts. Similarly, maintaining the rhythm of players like Al Horford, while balancing his age and stamina, is key to ensuring that the team has a presence capable of competing against physically imposing opponents. Without these adjustments, controlling the interior and securing rebounds could remain a persistent vulnerability that opposing teams are quick to exploit. The depth of Golden State's roster is crucial in balancing offensive output with defensive stability. While the Big Three, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Jimmy Butler, remain the cornerstone of the team, contributions from role players define the margin between winning comfortably and enduring grueling physically draining contests. Moses Moody has emerged as one of those pivotal contributors, demonstrating the ability to take over games when needed and proving that the Warriors can rely on multiple scoring options. Jordan Poole continues to refine his consistency, and Buddy Hield's ability to provide immediate scoring when the defense tightens on the Stars is invaluable. These performances are not incidental. They reflect a strategic vision that prioritizes flexibility and resilience. The Warriors have shown that they can survive games in which their top stars are contained, which is essential when facing teams that can neutralize their primary offensive weapons. This versatility gives them a tactical edge, allowing the coaching staff to mix rotations, preserve energy for high-intensity moments, and maintain effectiveness over the long season. The challenges faced by the Warriors, however, are not solely about individual matchups. The coaching approach and player development strategies play a central role in sustaining performance. Steve Kerr's system encourages ball movement, off-ball scoring, and situational awareness, but it also requires players to internalize concepts and execute at a high level consistently. Young players like Moses Moody and Will Richardson are not merely filling minutes. They're learning to make decisions under pressure, understand spacing, and contribute meaningfully to both ends of the court. Maintaining the balance between veteran leadership and emerging talent ensures that the Warriors are prepared for the intensity of playoff basketball. Games against teams like Orlando or New Orleans may appear manageable, but they offer invaluable lessons in managing energy, exploiting matchups, and maintaining focus throughout the full duration of a contest. Each victory, while boosting morale, also exposes areas for refinement, particularly in the front court and in matchups against players with unique skill sets or size advantages. In addition, Golden State's approach to player rotations underscores the necessity of long-term planning. Draymond Green, despite his unmatched basketball IQ and leadership, cannot sustain extended minutes at a high level against bigger opponents indefinitely. Similarly, Al Horford's veteran presence, while essential, must be balanced to ensure he remains effective across a demanding schedule. The integration of younger players like Quentin Post into more prominent roles addresses both developmental needs and strategic gaps. By giving him more minutes, the Warriors not only prepare for potential playoff scenarios, but also cultivate a versatile option who can stretch the floor, contribute defensively, and relieve the burden on older players. This approach ensures that when the postseason arrives, Golden State is not reliant solely on individual heroics, but can leverage a well-rounded and adaptable roster capable of executing under pressure. The current stretch of games also highlights the importance of managing morale and momentum. Wins that come from controlling the pace of the game, as against New Orleans, are different from those that require grinding out results, as seen in the Spurs matchups. Both scenarios test the team differently. Controlling games early builds confidence, allows for experimentation with rotations, and enables players to find rhythm, while high-intensity, contested games strengthen resilience, mental toughness, and cohesion under pressure. Golden State must navigate both types effectively, ensuring that the team maintains composure, energy, and focus regardless of the game's flow. The coaching staff's ability to read these dynamics, make timely adjustments, and communicate clearly is just as critical as the players' on-court execution. Each victory, while valuable, is also a diagnostic tool, revealing strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement that will shape decisions moving forward. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In what can only be described as an absolute bombshell, whispers around the NBA world suggest that Stephen Curry, the Golden State superstar and face of modern basketball, is at the center of an incident that has left the league and its fans in sheer disbelief. Sources close to the team are tight-lipped, but the murmurs circulating social media and insider circles are impossible to ignore. Something unprecedented involving Curry has allegedly taken place, and the implications could be massive. The rumor mill has been buzzing nonstop, with fans speculating about everything from a sudden career-altering injury to a mysterious off-court development. Analysts are scrambling to piece together fragments of information, but every official channel remains silent, heightening the intrigue. Some insiders hint at a possible clash with team management, while others suggest it could be something entirely unforeseen, potentially reshaping the dynamics of not just the Warriors, but the league as a whole. What is particularly striking is the immediacy with which the NBA community has reacted. Pundits, former players, and commentators are all sharing cryptic posts, fueling a frenzy of speculation. The hashtag trending worldwide shows that even casual fans sense this could mark a historic moment in basketball history. Even without concrete details, the sheer shock and confusion permeate every corner of the sport, making it clear that whatever has happened is no ordinary news. While no one dares to confirm the facts yet, one thing is certain. Stephen Curry's name is now linked to a story so extraordinary that it dominates conversations from locker rooms to boardrooms. Could this be the start of a new chapter in his legendary career, or the prelude to an upheaval that the NBA has never witnessed before? Only time will tell, but the speculation is already relentless. For now, fans are left on edge, eagerly dissecting every rumor, every snippet of information, and every suspicious social media post. The league holds its breath, and the world waits. Curry, once again, finds himself not just in the game, but at the heart of a story that might just redefine basketball's landscape forever. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.